the daily routine that depresses us. Because right now, it's a heavy load in this place.
Yes.
But it's not the daily routine that we have that depresses us. It's not the daily routine of up at 6 a.m., shower and dress, eat breakfast, read the paper, drive to work, get there at 7:55, work until 12, take a lunch, get back to the office at 1, leave the office at 5, drive home, relax, eat dinner, and go to bed. No, it ain't the certain things that we do or the things that we do every day. It's the things you weren't planning on that day that become proving ground of how you can trust God. It's not until you wasn't planning to have that accident on that day and your car get totaled. You wasn't planning on it. You wasn't planning on coming home and somebody had burglarized your house. You wasn't planning on it. And yet, it is after going through these challenges of changes that you can discover that the favor of God is operating in your life. Oh, I should have told you this favor ain't fair, part 3. It ain't until you've been through some hell and high water that you realize, God, you must have something better. I wonder if I got a few people in here that say, you know, I've been through some stuff in this past week, in this past month, in this past year, and I know that God ain't brought me this far to leave me where I am. God, you got to be doing something better. Can I give you something? Reverend Richard, Mr. Clean White, a great songwriter, wrote this song while he was going through the same thing that we're going through now, that he lost a member and a couple of members in the same week, and he didn't know how to deal with it. And the songwriter said that he took his pen and wrote on the paper, Lord, teach me to accept what you allow. Y'all missed it. Rewind. Stop, play. Let me help you one more time. That when you're going through some stuff, you ain't got time to be throwing a pity party. You need to be able to lift your hand and say, God, teach me to accept whatever you allow. It's not the mundane and monotonous areas that favor is discovered. It's when you experience great pain, great changes, great challenges, that you can see that God still got his hand on you. Somebody here today ought to be able to testify with me today that your challenges in life can be operative while you're in the category of the favored. You can catch hell while being favored. You can cry while being favored. You can experience pain while you experience favor. You can go through extenuating circumstances while you're getting favored. And yet the favor of God is working in your life while you're going through a whole lot of stuff. Ain't that good news? See, you want to know what makes me keep from losing my mind? You want to know what keeps me from wigging out and stressing out? Is the fact that I realize while I'm going through, I'm going through. Somebody gonna catch this. I said, what keeps me from losing it is that I realize while I'm going through, I'm really going through. Some of y'all still ain't caught it. Let me go back and say it again. That I realize that while I'm going through, I'm really going. Come on. Here it is. The thing of going through is knowing that eventually through is going to be out. Going through means I'm still moving. I ain't stuck where I am. This is what's happening in the life of Moses. I ain't gonna be long, y'all. I got to get ready. He was thrown in the river, in the crocodile river. the Nile River. It was crocodiles in the river. Well, I'm trying to preach this the way I wrote it, but I ain't getting there right now. Ain't it amazing how God will allow you to be thrown somewhere where you're supposed to be eaten up only to come out a survivor? Boy, ain't nobody hearing me right now. Ain't it amazing how he'll throw you in a pit only to bring you to the pulpit? Ain't it amazing how he'll throw you in the hole only to get you to your house? Ain't it amazing how he'll put you in the mud to get you to a mansion? Somebody gonna catch this. Boy, this is good to me. I'm so glad they taping this because I ain't got none of this written down. Ain't it just good to see how he'll put you in only to bring you out? Ain't it good to know he'll let you cry only to get you to smile? Ain't it good to know he'll let you down only to pick you up? I wonder if I got it. Don't make me holler this early. Is there anybody here that knows that he's able to do exceeding abundantly above all you can ask for? The text said, I'm almost right here. The text says that he called his name Moses because he was pulled out. Watch this. He got thrown in the river, found by the daughter of Pharaoh, born to Hebrew slaves, nursed and raised by his own mother, raised in a polytheistic environment of the house of Pharaoh, and now is treated as a prince in the kingdom of Egypt.
Come on, come on.
Well, that's something right there. He has become the witness of injustice. He stands by and witnesses the beating of a Hebrew at the hands of an Egyptian taskmaster. Now watch this. The text says that it was a beating without another witness. Moses, the Bible says, looks this way and that way. And when he cannot see anybody around, he takes matters into his own hands and kills the Egyptian. Now, hear me. The Bible is clear that Moses not only slayed him with his hands, but also buried him in the sand. Now, life has now officially changed for Moses. It's a new day now. One day he's royalty in the palace. The next day he's a vagabond and a murderer. One day he's walking in the hallways of the palace. The next day he's running in the sand. One day he's embraced by Pharaoh. The next day he's running from Pharaoh for his life. One day he's pampered by servants. The next day